We're barely halfway through 2025, and football has already delivered more jaw-dropping moments than some entire seasons combined. From record-breaking transfers that shattered the market to tournament upsets that left champions humiliated, this year has been absolutely insane. We've witnessed Saudi Arabia completely reshape global football, underdogs destroying European giants, and transfer fees that make your head spin. The beautiful game has never been more unpredictable, and we're only getting started. Today we're counting down the 10 most shocking football moments of 2025 so far. Moments that had fans around the world saying, "Did that really just happen?" Let's dive in. 1. Jhon Duran's Saudi shocker. £75.3 million to Al Nassr. When 21-year-old Colombian striker Jhon Duran moved from Aston Villa to Al Nassr for £75.3 million in January, the football world was stunned. Arsenal, Chelsea, and several European giants had been circling the young talent, but Saudi Arabia's financial muscle proved unstoppable. The deal represented everything controversial about modern football, a promising youngster choosing money over sporting development. Duran had been Villa's breakout star, attracting attention from Europe's elite. Instead, he chose to join Cristiano Ronaldo in the Saudi Pro League, earning crazy wages while potentially sacrificing his career development. The transfer sent shockwaves through European football, proving no player is safe from Saudi Arabia's relentless pursuit. Let's be honest, when a 21-year-old picks Saudi over the Premier League, you know the money must be absolutely insane. 2. Kvaratskhelia surprise PSG switch. €59.1 million. Nobody saw this coming. Kvaratskhelia €59.1 million January move from Napoli to PSG caught everyone off guard, including the player's own teammates. The Georgian winger had been Napoli's crown jewel and a key figure in their Serie A title hopes. But PSG moved with lightning speed, bypassing Arsenal, Barcelona, and Manchester United, who were all monitoring the situation. The timing was particularly shocking. Mid-season transfers of this magnitude rarely happen. Napoli fans felt betrayed, having already lost Victor Osimhen the previous summer. The move highlighted PSG's determination to rebuild after disappointing Champions League exits, while sparking debates about player loyalty and oil money's growing influence. 3. Al Hilal's historic Manchester City upset, 4-3 victory. The biggest shock of the Club World Cup came when Al Hilal stunned Manchester City 4-3 in the round of 16. This wasn't just any upset. It ended a 20-match losing streak for Asian clubs against European opposition in official tournaments. Pep Guardiola's treble-winning side looked completely out of sorts as Marcos Leonardo scored twice, with Malcolm and Karim Koulibaly adding to the chaos. Despite City's desperate comeback featuring goals from Bernardo Silva, Erling Haaland, and Phil Foden, Al Hilal held on for one of football's greatest upsets. You know it's a massive shock when even Pep looks confused on the sideline. The Saudi side's victory validated FIFA's tournament expansion and proved football's global power balance is shifting. 4. Chelsea's stunning Club World Cup triumph 3-0 over PSG. Nobody expected this. Chelsea entered the Club World Cup final as clear underdogs against a PSG side that had demolished Real Madrid 4-0 in the semi-finals. Instead, Enzo Maresca's Young Blues delivered a masterclass performance, crushing the European champions 3-0 at MetLife Stadium. Cole Palmer was absolutely sensational, scoring twice in the first half with identical finishes that showcased his ice-cold composure. The victory silenced critics who questioned Maresca's tactical approach and proved this Chelsea generation has championship mentality. For PSG, it was a devastating end to what seemed like their destined year. The result earned Chelsea over £97 million in prize money. Not a bad payday for a team nobody believed in. 5. Botafogo's legendary PSG upset 1-0 group stage victory. In one of the Club World Cup's defining moments, Brazilian side Botafogo shocked European champions PSG with a stunning 1-0 victory in the group stage. Igor Jesus' 36th-minute strike proved to be the tournament's most significant goal, ending a 13-year unbeaten streak for European teams against South American opposition. PSG had been scoring freely throughout the competition, making their inability to break down Botafogo's organized defense even more remarkable. The defensive trio of Jhon, Barbosa, and Jair Kuna put in a legendary performance, frustrating Kylian Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele, and the entire PSG attack. The victory sent shockwaves through football, proving South American football's tactical intelligence remains unmatched. Sometimes the underdog really does have its day. 6. Florian Wirtz's record-breaking Liverpool move £116 million. Liverpool shattered their transfer record and made Florian Wirtz the fourth most expensive player in football history with a $116 million deal from Bayer Leverkusen. The 21-year-old German playmaker's signing represented Liverpool's intent to dominate the next decade. After a quiet 2024 summer, the Reds went all out for their target, beating Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Manchester City to his signature. Leverkusen played the situation masterfully, driving up the price and securing massive add-ons. The pressure on Wirtz is immense. Few players have succeeded after such massive transfers. His creativity and vision make him special, but expectations at Anfield will be suffocating. No pressure, kid. 7. January's record-breaking transfer madness. $2.35 billion spent. The 2025 January transfer window shattered every record imaginable, with clubs spending a staggering $2.35 billion globally, a 57.9% increase from 2024. Manchester City led the charge with over $180 million in signings, including Nico Gonzalez's $49.9 million deadline day arrival. The numbers were mind-boggling. 5,863 international transfers completed, the highest ever for any January window. Saudi Arabia's aggressive pursuit of global talent drove much of the inflation, with clubs throwing around money like it was pocket change. England topped the spending charts, while Brazil and Argentina saw the most player movement. The window proved financial fair play regulations are basically meaningless when clubs find creative workarounds. 8. Real Madrid's Club World Cup humiliation. 4-0 PSG defeat. Real Madrid's 4-0 semi-final destruction by PSG ranks among the most shocking results in FIFA tournament history. Los Blancos, winners of 6 Champions League titles in the last decade, were completely outplayed at MetLife Stadium. Fabian Ruiz scored twice, while Ousmane Dembélé and Gonzalo Ramos completed the rout in what was supposed to be a closely contested semi-final. The margin of defeat was stunning, Real Madrid's worst loss in a major tournament semi-final in decades. Carlo Ancelotti's side looked completely overwhelmed by PSG's intensity and tactical superiority. Kylian Mbappe's performance against his future employers added extra drama to an already shocking encounter. 9. Inter Miami's historic European conquest, 2-1 over Porto. Inter Miami created history by becoming the first CONCACAF club to defeat European opposition in official tournaments, stunning Porto 2-1 in a group stage thriller. Talasco Segovia opened the scoring before Lionel Messi delivered magic with his 50th goal for the club, a milestone that showed his continued brilliance at 38. Samu Agahoa's goal for Porto wasn't enough to prevent a historic result that shifted global football's narrative. The victory proved that MLS and North American football are evolving rapidly, capable of competing with Europe's traditional powers. Messi's influence extended beyond goals. His leadership and experience guided Miami through their biggest test. The results sparked celebrations across America and validated David Beckham's ambitious project. It was a watershed moment for American soccer, proving the league's growth and global competitiveness in major tournaments. 10. Saudi Arabia's European shopping spree, Galeno and more. Saudi Arabia's January transfer window looked like a hostile takeover of European football. Al Ahly secured Galeno from Porto for £41.7 million, while Al Nassr brought back Seko Fofana from Rennes for £16.6 million. The systematic dismantling of European squads continued with multiple high-profile signings across different Saudi clubs. What made these moves shocking wasn't just the money involved, but the calculated nature of the recruitment. Saudi clubs targeted specific profiles, established stars looking for final paydays, and promising talents attracted by crazy wages. European clubs found themselves powerless to compete financially, watching helplessly as their best players were lured away. The transfers represented more than individual moves. They signaled Saudi Arabia's long-term strategy to become football's new superpower. The ripple effects will be felt for years as traditional football hierarchies continue to crumble under financial pressure. These 10 moments prove that 2025 has been absolutely wild for football, and we're only halfway through. From Saudi Arabia's financial dominance reshaping the transfer market to tournament upsets that rewrote football history, this year has delivered shock after shock. The beautiful game is evolving at breakneck speed, with traditional powerhouses being challenged like never before. What's your take on these crazy moments? Which one shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown of football's wildest year, smash that like button and subscribe for more incredible content. Hit the bell icon. Trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next in this unpredictable football world.